32 here. Of course, you also know me as Brian by now. This is kind of a different video because the DVDs and the books on CD that I'm going to show you are basically not the normal stuff I have. I guess this is a lot of documentaries. There's an opera here. I guess, yeah, a lot of documentaries and or a few documentaries and some books on CD, basically nonfiction. So, anyways, let's look at the DVDs first. I got these free because no one. I work at a library and they weren't circulating, so they were getting rid of them. So I took them home with me. So, anyways, first one. Fahrenheit 9/11. I've seen this movie. I think I enjoyed it. I guess it has some special features on here. I think I saw this film in the theaters, so I've never seen the special features on here. So, and I think this won Best Documentary of the year it came out. I'm not positive. I can't remember. So, but anyways, I guess it's about 9/11, the Bush White House. I'm not sure. I don't remember it too well. So but anyways, I thought it looked interesting, and that's why I took it. And then more stuff concerning, I guess, that same time period, or connected to it in some way. I like the show Frontline on PBS. I don't have cable anymore. I haven't had it for quite a long time. And I do like the show Frontline on PBS. They talk about very interesting issues concerning politics or the world. So they had a Frontline video there called The Al-Qaeda Files. So I took that, and I don't really know what's on here. There's 2 discs, I guess, so I have to see what's on this. I don't know when, but who knows. Another documentary focusing on the 9/11 events. The History Channel, the 9/11 Commission Report. You see Donald Rumsfeld there, Secretary of Defense, I think he was at the time. I don't know who that is. So, and then to go on a different topic, I basically listen to rock and jazz these days, but I still like classical, but I barely listen to it. I don't really listen to it at all anymore. I used to, even though I didn't listen to classical, haven't listened to classical for a long time. I listened to it for about 5 years, very intensely. For that's all I would listen to. It's like from the years 89 to 93. All I would listen to is classical. But I would, after that, even though I listened to rock, I would listen to Stravinsky's Rite of Spring like once or twice a year. It's my favorite piece of 20th century classical music. But anyways, I like opera. My favorite opera composer is Wagner, and I have other favorite composers. But my favorite opera is William Tell, and that's by Rossini. So they're getting rid of it, so I thought, why not? I have William Tell on CD with the libretto, which is like the translation of what they're saying in Italian. So that's William Tell. This is Discovering Hamlet. I've watched some great courses on Hamlet. On Shakespeare. I'm sorry, Shakespeare. Shakespeare's an interesting person to study. I do like literature. I guess if I read, I like to read mostly nonfiction, books about history, biography books, books about film, maybe books about music, but maybe more so listening to it than reading about it. I don't know. Maybe I like reading books about music. But this is Discovering Hamlet. So I guess it's a documentary about Hamlet. I don't know. Kenneth Branagh's featured in this. I'm just looking for um, Patrick Stewart is the narrator. So I know Al Pacino did a documentary about Richard III. I think it was Richard III, called "Looking for Richard." And then the last DVD I have is called "In the Realm of the Unreal: The Mystery of Henry Darger." This is a guy who made this art. I've seen this movie before. Um, I think they're called the Vivian Girls. And this guy, basically, he was sort of shut off from the rest of society. And it's sort of like a person that you might see down, you might pass on the road. You never knew who they were. Um, or you might see them in a house, but you don't know their name. Um, and then they'll die. And the only way people will know that they existed is if they knew their name or they saw them on the street, So he was sort of kept to himself, and he's sort of a hermit or whatever. And this person, I think what happens in this documentary, this woman, I think it's a woman that clears out his place and finds all this art, and they're called the Vivian Girls. That's the art right there. So I think that's what they're called. And I think there's an art show in this. So yeah, so that's in the realms of the unreal. Then I like to listen to books on CD in the car, because I feel it's a good way to kill two birds with one stone. Because if you want to listen to music at home, or you want to watch movies, that's time occupying. If I want to play my guitars, even though I really experiment with them, I don't know how to play them, or my keyboard. But a good way to kill two birds with one stone, go on errands or go to work and listen and read a book at the same time, as to do a book on CD. And I've done a whole bunch of them from my library, from the library from the town I live in as well. But anyways, they were getting rid of some books on CD. So let me show you the ones I got. This is Narrative of the Life of Frederick Douglass, an American Slave. So that's the first one. It just interested me. That's why I picked these up. And I have all the time in the world to look at these, even though I don't pay fines on whatever I take out. But this is the meaning of everything, the story of the Oxford English Dictionary. I don't know how interesting this will be, but anyways, that's the meaning of everything. This is Grand Pursuit by Sylvia Nasar. I think it's New York Times best-selling author of A Beautiful Mind. It's about economics, I guess. Talking about people like John Maynard Keynes, Schumpeter, Hayek, John Robinson, Paul Samuelson, Milton Friedman. I've heard of him. Trickle-down economics, where like the wealthy, by building the economic base, it trickles down to people that are less fortunate or whatever. India's Nobel Peace Prize winner, or Nobel winner, is Amartya Sen. So it's just I guess it's a book about economics. This one I think is about the internet. It's called Ghost in the Wires. I think that's what was computer hacker Kevin Minnick, the most elusive computer hacker in history. So something, I guess it's about the internet. I thought it looked interesting. And then to finish it off, we have two history ones, bios. I've listened to a bio on George Washington by Ron Chernow, who's done some other biographies, like on other people like Alexander Hamilton. But this is by another person, Joseph J. Ellis, His Excellency. It's about Washington as well. So I don't know if I'll get anything out of this, because I already listened to a while back. I listened to a biography of Washington before, so I don't know if this is going to just be redundant to me. So, and then to finish it off, by Robert A. Caro, The Years of Lyndon Johnson, The Passage of Power. So I noticed in our collection, in the books where the biographies are, I think these Lyndon Johnson biographies are separated into different years of his life. And I don't know if I'm into Lyndon Johnson for presidents as much as I'm into somebody like Nixon, or who would be another one that'd be kind of interesting to study. I don't know, Lincoln, Grant, maybe FDR, but anyways, they're getting rid of it, so I thought, why not take it? Lyndon Johnson, The Passage of Power. I think he's supposed to be kind of an important president. I think he was involved with the civil rights movement, and of course, he was one of the presidents that was president during the Vietnam War, and so. And I've seen some documentaries about him and dealing with people like the guy that was running the Vietnam War. I can't remember the guy's name. There's a documentary about him. I think it's called The Fog of War by Errol Morris, who's a famous documentary filmmaker. I can't remember the guy's name. Robert McNamara? I don't know. Anyways, if you know who that guy was, maybe it's McNamara, just put your comment down there. And then if I remember while watching this video after I've taped it, I'll put it on here. But I think it was McNamara. I think that's the guy. Anyways, that does it for the video. I know it's not movies or anything, but I got these free and I thought I'd show them off. And I have no idea when I'll take a look at these. I got so much stuff to look at already. So anyways, thanks for watching. I'm going to try and put a video up for the Grumpy Old Gentleman on film on their channel for a review of Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, that I believe Jay, his YouTube channel name is Blu-ray Collector in 1971, I think. I'm planning on doing a video on that. I've reserved a copy at the library where I work to take a look at. So anyways, be on the lookout for that on the channel, The Grumpy Old Gentleman on Film. And I'll provide a link to that as well, so you can look at the reviews that so far I've seen Mike and Ian do reviews on as well. So anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the near future. Maybe I'll put some GarageBand videos up soon. So thanks for watching, and bye for now.